Hey everyone, it's HappyChimeNoises. Today we're looking at a Grandmaster Korean player who is playing EVERFROST SKARNER in top lane. The item doesn't really make sense on SKARNER at all because you don't want any AP on this champion, but this guy has actually played a ton of games of it and has climbed incredibly high. This is not a joke of a rank. Korean Grandmaster 500 LP is ridiculous. His name, in case you were wondering, translates to "it was just good." So maybe he just started playing it and it was just good. So let's see why it works. We're going to be watching one of this guy's games. They've actually invaded early on. I think they know that this Jinx is here somehow. They're going to try and collapse on her already. Not normally something you'd want to do early on as Skarner. She actually flashes the wall, which is pretty good for him. We might get to see the Glacial Augment already. There it is, proccing Glacial Augment. And a kill. Not bad, not bad. I'll explain why he has that rune in a second, but first he's taking a pretty risky path back to lane. I guess he actually wants to get this as early as he can. He doesn't actually have any in lane. It would be kind of useful if Skarner got a Spire top lane. I feel like that would make the champion pretty cool, pretty good. But unfortunately he's relegated to only really being a jungler. It would be nice if they could add one in the lanes, because that would make his ganks a bit better as well. He's taking quite a bad trade early on. But you wouldn't really expect this to be very good early game, because this is not a normal top laner, much like many of the top laners we've covered recently. This is not a Smite Janna top lane, but this pick is not specifically meant to win early game, stomp the lane, and then take over the game. It's got a much weirder way of winning games that you should see in this game. Let me open up the scoreboard so you can see what he has. He started Doran Shield and Potions just to chill in lane. He gets his level 2, just happy to get any CS whatsoever at this point. Graves is a meta top laner. He's really, really good. Skarner, his goal is not to try and destroy this Graves 1v1 really early on. You'll see what his goal is. You can see that he does have Glacial Augment. He also has his E, which we saw at level 1. Can proc Glacial Augment, because it's a CC 1.25 seconds, right? If he tags that on an enemy, he gets the 1.25 second stun, and he can combo it. And the way Skarner top works is that you want to combo as much CC as you possibly can, buy lots of cooldown reduction, and try and trap the enemy underneath the tower. It's something that's been done. Oh, it's actually happening right now. He's chasing him down. There's the first blood. He doesn't even need level 6, thanks to Glacial Augment. This pick used to be okay, but since Glacial Augment got added, it now doesn't have to wait till level 6. What you used to have to do was wait till level 6. I think you bought Kindle Gem for the cooldown reduction, and that would let you get 2 different stuns off with your E. I think you could do E stun into ult into another E stun, and that would trap the enemy underneath this tower. But with this, it lets you catch up and use your other abilities, and so you can actually fight early game. This game he's actually gone Tear of the Goddess. Maybe he wants to spam to get some more CS? Who knows? He's going for a roam already, which is surprising. He's not level 6 yet, so I wouldn't have thought he's very useful. I mean, you could see this guy's literally playing against like a pro player on the other team, probably a secondary team or something like that. He gets some vision down in the enemy jungle, goes back top lane, probably wants to push this wave in. I don't think that either way, Skarner top doesn't really want to be at the enemy's tower. I don't think really any champion, unless you're playing a super aggressive poke champ, you don't really want to be here. Skarner would much prefer to catch the Graves underneath his tower again. Of course, this is top lane in Season 12, you can't go anywhere else on the map. All you can really do is take this 1v1. And in some ways that's pretty good, because if you're picking something like Skarner, you can see the stun again. If you're picking something like Skarner, your goal is to find a way to outplay your enemy. Your goal is not to go to another lane and try and get pulls and get picks that way. You're not wanting to TP bot lane with like a Gnar ultimate and get a big, massive Gnar ultimate. You're really good in 1v1s, and so you would want to be in a lane like this. It's surprising that this strategy works so well even against Korean players like high elo players. Come on Skarner, show us what your champion can do. We are done of this getting helped just AFK farming. You need to solo kill this guy right now. Show me how you do it. Graves has Hullbreaker. The first item EVERFROST has been completed. Is Graves going to suspect an EVERFROST underneath this tower? He's killing the minions first. The slow goes off. Whole wave is dead. He's completely slowed. He didn't even use EVERFROST yet. This guy flashes away to try and get out. I mean, he's dying here no matter what. Another slow comes out. It's a ridiculous combo. Let's show it again. He focuses the wave, uses E on all of it so he can one-hit the backline. You can see he's obviously done this before. Immediately glacials him with the E, saves the EVERFROST till afterwards, it doesn't require anything to be prepped for it. And by then his E's back up again, and he can chase and slow them using W to speed up as well. It's a really cool solo kill combo. It's crazy that it works so well. I mean, he's so far ahead of Graves in this game already. It'll be interesting to see what else he buys. He got his free boots, so he can now catch up to Graves. It's currently Hullbreaker meta. especially in Korean solo queue, but pretty much all over the world. So as soon as they get this item, they really want to be hitting tower. They want to be taking 1v1s, but then Skarner gets his first item at the similar time. They're roughly same cost. They sell for the same amount. I think they're the exact same cost. Looks like there's a bit of a fight going down mid. I think his team are trying to dive their mid. Didn't quite get the kill. Don't know what Skarner can really do here. Every single player in the game has collapsed. This is ridiculous. Ult goes off. He gets the pull in. He's trying to chain CC this guy. He could have got a full chain CC if he was slightly faster. It's weird how little damage he's taking. He has absolutely no resistances and he's still alive. Does Skarner just have really insane scaling or something? Or like base stats? Because this should not be a tanky build and he survived a long time. The shield seems pretty good. Ooh, he's choosing to stay around top lane. He snuck into this bush with LeBlanc around. No way she goes for this kill, right? Oh, but Lee Sin's coming. His ult is not up yet. Is his stun going to be enough? Misses the Everfrost. Uh-oh. Lee Sin, do not take this Q. Do not take... Lee Sin. Come on. Oh, he had Gore Drinker, that's why. He does trade the kill. Not too bad. You can see Skarner doesn't really have any auto attack damage. He really needs this tower to be the one getting the kills. Skarner respawns. He's gone straight mid, actually, just to sit outside Fog of War. If we put blue on, you can't even see him here. He's waiting just outside. I guess he's trying to look for a play on one of these guys. They don't fall for it, so he's going to a side lane again. He gets his bot lane pushed in and then just leaves. He's still been looking for this play for quite a while now. I think he's finally going to be able to get it onto this LeBlanc. If he can just land his ultimate on her, that's all he needs. He's saving Everfrost consistently. There it is. Really trying to get in range of her. The Glacial immediately goes off as soon as it happens. I don't think he wants to use ult now. There aren't actually that many champions that use Glacial and also buy Everfrost. It's weird. It should be a good combo, because it's in a crazy amount of slows. Maybe they sort of run out at a similar time. At some point this pick will start to be quite a lot more useful than the enemy top lane for team fighting, just because you're a frontliner. Again, he's pulling this guy at a tower. Lee Sin kick actually was probably not that good. He could have pulled Graves even further in. 1v2ing, taking absolutely no damage with Fimbulwinter. Every time he immobilizes or slows an enemy, he's getting a shield right. Does it have a cooldown? It must, surely. 8-second cooldown. Pretty much every time this is available, he's going to get it though. By the time Graves has killed his like 500 health shield, he's got another one again, ready to go. Really wants to clear this bot lane wave, but his teammates are taking a fight in the enemy jungle. It's actually pretty good. They got a double kill, not too bad. Now it's looking like a Baron angle. I want to see, is he going to flash ult this Lee Sin? He's got his summoners, he's got his ult. 80 carry doing 80 carry things, getting flash kicked into the enemy team. What more would you really expect, even from a Korean 80 carry player? Free Baron up, he goes for this play. Oh, Skarner actually flashes onto the Nautilus to get the slow, and then ults the Jinx because she was completely slowed and couldn't move. Even if she flashed, she might have been caught. That was nuts. The E lands on Nautilus, flash auto attack for the slow to go off instantly. Jinx doesn't get to react, she gets immediately slowed. Nautilus then also dead. Can they also catch Lee Sin? Ooh, just misses E. That would have been a big slow. They should still get it. His E cooldown's incredibly low. I'm pretty sure he maxed it first on this build just for the extra stun duration, I think is how it works. And yeah, Fimbulwinter is making him much tankier than he really should be. If every 8 seconds he's able to get a, well, it says 530 shield if an enemy's nearby. He can do that multiple times in a fight. His goal is to proc stun over and over again. Ooh, Graves also getting caught. So if he's just doing what his champion's good at, which is proccing stun over and over again, this item is insanely good. A free Baron's pretty nice, but also a free Dragon would be. He now has no summoners. He does get Frozen Heart though, so he's a pretty great frontliner. It's surprising he doesn't have any more mobility stuff in his kit. I guess he sacrifices the Predator for the Glacial. Blue gets stolen from him. I feel like maybe he could have pulled this guy into tower. There's a chance. Ahri split pushing, they don't really want this fight. They get it anyway. I feel like if you didn't know the rank of this game, you could assume it's anywhere from like Platinum to Challenger. You probably wouldn't say Challenger with all these catches. Going back to his side lane. Every time he tries to go side lane, his team's like, nope, you must come over, I'm gonna do something stupid if you don't. If he walks right here, Lee Sin's dead. No way he can get out. Going for the Spire in the jungle. Graves? Risky play, gets stunned, slowed. Everfrosted, the whole time his ult is up. He can't get out. And that's the thing, you don't really need any damage items. If you can do that over and over again to just one target, Honestly, Graves probably will rage quit in most ranks. If he can do this, if he can kill him 3 times underneath your tower, whenever he tries to do anything, he just dies. That's pretty frustrating. In these fights, he's just acting as a frontline. You see this a lot in Korean solo queue, that players aren't building to be an all-around perfect champion. We saw it with the Tank Veigar video that I made. He only cared about being a good frontliner who can survive, also being able to put down a box and be really useful. Same thing for this guy. He's really good as a frontline, and he's got a super important CC tool. He gets the maximum use out of this champion, focusing on its one strength, very similar to the Crit Garen video as well. He finds one strength of a champion and focuses only on making sure it works. Jinx, you can't kite out Skarner, sorry my friend. His jungler obviously playing pretty well in this game as well. Top lane is a hard one to solo carry on. Oh no, the Jhin. Pretty sweet play by Lee Sin. Another stun going off, another slow. There's no way Lee Sin's getting away from this. Fimbulwinter's probably going to proc again, just came off cooldown. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's the W. He's got another shield on his W, doesn't he? So every few seconds he's getting a Fimbulwinter shield, and then he can change it to his W if he needs it for the speed up as well. I wouldn't just call this a tank, I'd call it like a mental draining tank that destroys the enemy team's mind. Not only is he really shieldy, spammy, and also tanky. It reminds me a lot of the SOFM tank Rengar build from a couple of years ago, where Rengar as a champion, he's not got good tank stats whatsoever. He really likes building AD so he can just straight up do damage. But if you just keep playing full tank and just spam W over and over again, as well as using E in fights for utility, he's just like a resourceless tank that can do what he wants for the whole fight. Keep jumping around over and over again. Similar to the Skarner, keep spamming your stun, and they just can't do anything. Keep spamming your shields, they can't actually kill you. Jinx getting sprinted down, pretty good Lee Sin kick. He gets pretty kited out. You wouldn't expect this to happen in kind of any rank below Master, I guess. He should still be able to get a pull of some sort. Nautilus is going down, that I'm sure of. He doesn't care about going for him, he knows he's already dead, right? Oh, he's not. Lee Sin actually playing pretty nuts. He's really trying his hardest. He is going to fall though, because his team wasn't ready to help. Come on, Skarner, press R on someone. Graves, you've died 7 times already. Is this your 8th? No. This is really an insane pick against assassins. Like, there's nothing this guy can do. Also, you notice how he pressed R instead of pressing auto attack. He still had the stun prepped if he needed it. Frontlining, and another EVERFROST, so that even when he's in the backline, he can actually still catch them. That's pretty cool. He's not running out of utility when he's in the backline. Now full tanking this tower. Usually if Skarner was in that situation, he'd get into the backline, no ult left, no real way to get an E stun off, and if he does get it off, it's only 1.25 seconds, right? But this is a huge AoE CC cone that he still has by the end of the fight, which gets them an extra kill, helps them end the game. I hope you guys liked watching this Skarner as he gets kicked into the fountain one final time by this godlike Lee Sin, who is in hard losers queue. It was really just a jungle game, this game, I guess. And some great solo kills top lane. So if you're tired of having to CS, get perfect CS, try and outplay the enemy top laner, why not just play something that wins? I know I would never want to play against this, that's for sure.